Hi customers, just wanted to do a video today. We're on top of Berry Library's roof and we're doing a metal restoration with Conklin roofing products. And I just wanted to talk a little bit before I start showing you the roof about some of the things that I've heard about coatings. There are a lot of different coating products out there, and Conklin is just another brand, but I wanted to talk about how not only the Conklin products separate from the rest, but also how the process of the installation of their products differ from the rest. So when I've talked to other roofers that are in commercial roofing, they talk about they've had bad experiences with coatings, and the reason why they think that is when they're getting the call, they're going to fix coatings that were installed incorrectly. Same way with some of the calls that I've gotten as we've gotten into commercial. I'm going and looking at EPDM or build-up roof systems or metal or whatever the case is, and either in those situations the product was worn out or it was installed inappropriately. So based on that logic, everybody's products don't work very good. That being said, I think that every product has a specific manufacturer instruction, and when that manufacturer instruction is followed to the T, then it's a test of time that figures out if those materials are appropriate or not. And what Conklin does is they spend a lot of time in training their distributors, and they will not sell the product publicly. So some of you guys that are watching, maybe you own a commercial building or a business of your own, and you have a leak or your roof's getting a little bit older, and you're going to watch this video and say, oh, I learned a lot, well, I'm going to go install my own Conklin products. You can try to contact Conklin, but if you're not a roofing professional that's gone through their training and has the support of other Conklin representatives, they will not sell you the product. And they do that to protect their brand. They want to make sure that their brand is being installed per manufacturer instructions, per code, before they let any contractor utilize their product, so they don't get the spray and pray name associated with their products. So, and what I mean by spray and pray, it's a term that people have used derogatory towards some of the things that we've done in jest, but have utilized it. And what you get a lot of is somebody has an old TPO or an old EPDM. Maybe it was installed incorrectly. Maybe it's just old, and rather than paying a professional to re-roof that roof or fix it appropriately, they're trying with a simpler fix or a cheaper fix, and they go to wherever their supplier is that they go to get a roof coating, and they apply a one coat or two coat roof coating. Maybe they prepped the surface, maybe they didn't, and they walk away from it and expect that to hold. A lot of those coatings are silicone coatings, so that's one huge reason why Conklin is different than other coatings. Is if you think about those other coatings, think about silicone in your bathroom. If your bathroom is over 5 to 10, let's just say 10 years old, it's been exposed to a lot of water, the silicone on the corners of your shower, it's coming off, right? At the bottom of your shower where you always step out and the water gets there between the floor and the shower or the tub, that silicone's coming out, and it's not that old. That's silicone. So even if you prep that surface correctly, silicone is something that is not necessarily, it is waterproof, but it doesn't adhere to other materials very good. So especially when you have two different types of material expanding and contracting at the same point, and then also with it being a roof surface being exposed to sunlight. So Conklin, on our top coat products, or the products that go on top to make the system truly seamless, is silicone free. It's a polyurethane acrylic compound, and those products are made to withstand sunlight, and they can expand and contract at a higher distance than what silicone products can. So that's a huge difference between Conklin products, which is what we're installing, and other roof products. So not only who would they sell to, that's a big difference, right? They have to go through the training. What the products are made out of, that's a huge difference. But then there's also the prep work. So I told you, a lot of coatings that I see is it may or may not have been prepped as far as like a power wash or pressure wash, but then it's just the coatings themselves. That's all that there is for it. You spray them on and you spray and pray. So that is not the case with these products, and now I'm going to get to showing you the roof here. So let me get this turned around. So this roof, it's kind of got a flat roof with a hip roof on the side, kind of like a gambrel style, but it's not near as steep on the sides. I'll get walked down here just to show you some of this. So what we're looking at here is a gutter, and we're also looking at a prime surface. So what we started with on this roof is we started with pressure washing and also pre-treated with a chemical called rust off. What that does is it eliminates the chemical reaction happening to make rust. And then as we pressure wash that, we blow dry it clean. So that way we make sure that we have a dry material to adhere to. And then after that's dry, we do the encase primer, which is also a Conklin product, specifically designed to adhere to metal and allow the other coatings that we're going to put on top to adhere as well. And after we get done with that process, in this particular job, it's a little bit different. We use a product called Affinity, and that product is meant for like heavy water areas where ponding might exist, like in gutters. So that's a two-part product. The gutter got primer, it got the base coat of the Affinity, it got the top coat of the Affinity, and then it'll also get the top coat of the roof system, or the rooftop coat, the Puma, and then we went through the rest of the roof. This is all primed surface now, so we're all primed here, and then this first step in truly making the products seamless is we're encasing every single one of those fasteners in a product called fastener grade quick caulking. So what my point is here, we're about to go, we're going to go further. We're going to embed a polyester fabric similar to Kevlar, kind of has the same results over all the horizontal seams. We also use a product called 360S, which is a sealant and an adhesive on areas where the fabric cannot be installed. And the whole point of doing all this is to truly make a system seamless. So in those other products, the way those are applied, you're not taking all these different steps to do it. We're going to take 3 days to do this project. On normal coatings, it only take you a day. Pressure wash maybe, if the person takes a step to do that, maybe use a chemical to clean it, and then maybe apply a coat or two all on the same day. And this is going to take us 3 days to make sure that we complete this roof and complete it right. So my point is that there's a big difference between Conklin products and other products just because of their whole process, from the point of who they let install their products, the difference in their product compared to another, and then the process itself. There's several different things before we ever put that top coat on, we don't have any of that base coat and fabric installed yet, but I just wanted to do the video at this point in the project because there's just a lot to cover just there. So what I'm hoping by telling you guys about this is that you really notice the difference between, when Right Rate Roofing's installing a coating and when you've seen coatings installed in the past. Like, we don't even use the term coatings. I'm just using that because people can be familiar with it. We use the term seamless system or metal restoration because we're not just throwing out a coating. We don't want to be associated with that name. There's a lot more that we're doing, and we don't want people's perception to think that we're doing what they've seen done that hasn't worked out good. This is going to be a product that's going to last decades to come, and it's backed by Conklin, which is a company that's been in business for over 45 years. So if you're a business owner, or if you are a residential owner that has a large metal surface, I think that you need to reach out to us if you're having any kind of roof issues, leaks or otherwise, and see if this is maybe the right product for you. And I'm not saying this is always the answer. There's other products that we install. It's not just coatings, but this is a big one. We also do TPOs. We do full fabric systems. There's nothing that we can't handle in terms of commercial roof materials, but this is just a big part of what it is that we do. To kind of talk about price, so the reason why this is a little bit more advantageous than maybe some other materials, so the other solution for this customer would have been to, flip this back around, so would have been to remove this metal. So the problem is in the fasteners and in the seams. And the standing seam portion, has is probably close to 100 years old. I'm not for sure that it's the original. If it's not, let's call it 80 years old, and the original roof was 40 when they replaced it. But we would have had to remove all of this and then go and install new steel, and that's not counting fixing the gutters. So like we did with we're going to have 4 layers in those gutter systems. So this roof, calculating based on, I'd say $1,500 a square, we would have been, or somebody, that's about the average rate, would have been going for around over $70,000 to fix this roof. And these coating systems, I will tell you, were probably close to a third of that. And I won't get into exact pricing because every single building is different based on, this one, a big factor was the steepness and the height. We're probably around 40, 45 foot up in the air from this point. At these around 30 feet. So that made a huge factor. The time it takes to do those gutters made a huge factor, as it would if we were going to replace it all. But if we can offer the same solution for a third of the money on this particular property, that's where it becomes advantageous as a business owner, and you don't have to go through. So let's say that it's 18 years down the road and this roof is ready for a recoat. We don't have to go through all these steps again. If we follow the appropriate procedure this time, all we'll have to do next time is do the power wash, make sure that we're clean, and then do that top coat again. And we can continue to do that for years and years and years to come. Conklin has I believe it's an Ace Hardware over on the East Coast that has a 40-year roof on it. And the only thing that it's gotten is every 20 years or every 18 years, they've recoated, power wash and recoat. So it's an amazing product, and that was a foam roof. So it really is an amazing product, not only to fix current leaks or issues, but also longevity-wise, like your return on investment. If you're a business owner that's going to own your property longer than 15 years, then this is definitely an option that you'd want to look at. It's not necessarily the best option for every property, but it's a very common solution for a lot of properties. So if you're interested in that, you can click the link in this description, or you can just go to rightrateroofing.com. It's just right here, rightrateroofing.com, and then just go to the contact us page, and we'll be glad to reach back out with you. So thanks for listening this morning, and have a good day.